surprise me at all if XRP had its own isolated event, especially with the connections that I'm going to show you in a little while using Gematria. So welcome everybody to Crypto Angles podcast number 53. 5 and 3 is 8, so we're getting toroidal field energy all up in this one. So my name is Kelita Sahliah. If you don't know already, I'm a mother, a real angel, and of course I dabble in crypto because this is why you are here. So for those who are new, I do combine astrology of the sky with the crypto markets to see what it could or could not be doing. And of course, we're on the last day today, the 31st, so we're entering into the new calendar. So yay, we're on the new calendar going into April, and I'm super proud of myself. We've literally reached a milestone of 1 year going through the astrological story, connecting it with the crypto market. So a whole year's worth. So I'm contemplating of doing a giveaway of this calendar. There's physical and digital copies available. So let me know if you would like a giveaway. There'll be most likely 2 winners. One will get the physical here, and one will get the digital version. So do let me know anyway. But of course, this is not mainstream tropical astrology. It's nature, or technology, should I say. The sun, moon, and stars that you see every day above our head, that is what we use to interpret. So the order of this video, for those who are new, we'll look at the Gematria connections that's happened on the world stage. Then we'll get into the astrological story of this cycle, and then we'll do the technical analysis for Bitcoin, XRP, and the DXY, and I may throw in a few others. Also, if anyone would like me to go over any coins, do let me know. But let's get into the Gematria connections first, as to why I wouldn't be shocked or surprised if there is an isolated event on the world stage with XRP from the world stage. So this is my threads on Instagram. It will be linked below if you want to go back to these at any time. But let's get into it. We're going to get into quite a few different ones, and then next cycle we're going to be, the ending will lead us into our next video. But we're looking at 3 different things. We're looking at Sam Bankman Fried. He was sentenced to 25 years. Interesting. Also, Putin announces Black Jesus. And then we've got Prosomopametamorphosia, PMO. So if you don't know what that is, then make sure you stick around, because all of these are interesting. So, hold on, I've clicked the wrong thing. I have to click into it first. How's everyone doing? Happy Sunday. I hope you're all okay. Sure. This guy has been sentenced. Oh, sorry, I'm not laughing. But he's been sentenced. I was laughing, but not at that. He's been sentenced to 25 years for, you know, he was founded. Let's read it. He was stealing 8 billion from customers from FTX, and it's now bankrupt. So interesting. I find it fascinating that his name is BANKMAN, and it's like fried, as in fried, like always fried now. And BANKMAN, is the BANKMAN now fried? Is the banking system now fried? Because obviously everything that happens on the world stage is not a coincidence. It's a calculated event. It's all calculated. It's all symbolic. It's rituals, and it all has a meaning. So of course we're entering into this new financial system of that nature. So yeah, it's what are your thoughts? But there's no coincidence anyway. But let's take a look at the other connections that link to this. So in Hebrew Gematria, it's giving us the 3, 4, 9. I can't remember what that linked to, but anyway, 3, 4, 9, and then in ordinal it's 1, 3, 1. pole shift. So even with my last video with Kate Middleton announcing Cancer, it was like a shift in energies. So energies are really shifting now. We are still in the heart of the eclipse season. Oh, and for those who don't know, if you are new, the Gematria connections, it shows the relationship and connections things have with each other. So something will happen on the world stage, it has a numerical value, and I'm showing the same numerical values to everything, not to everything, to the things that have a connection with it. So in essence, it can create a chain reaction, or this is also how the elite, or the ones who know how to read it, communicate with each other. Everyone's distracted by the event that has happened, but then they know what is to come through the connections. So a pole shift, an energetic shift, it seals the deal. What deal's this? Oh my gosh, we've got 666111. Ooh, this is really fascinating. 111. So going into the ordinal though, there's not a lot, so we are going to go through this quick. But going through the ordinal, there's zero coincidence that he's popped up now. Why? Because looking at, oh gosh, looking at the word dragon, what does it give us? 59, and we are in the year of the dragon. Okay, we're in the year of the dragon. Sam Bankman-Fried reduction is giving us 59. So this is another code there, another link to say there's no coincidences. It's happened right on time, calculated. We've got divine Sophia. I find this interesting because if you know, like, the mythology, like a little bit deeper beyond religion, apparently it was Sophia that created humanity and blah 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 blah, and then Yaldabaoth kind of took over. So her code has come up into this anyway. We're getting liquidation, so this is even more wild, because again we're getting that 59 in reduction, which, just as I said, is dragon 59. We are in the year of the dragon, the Chinese zodiac year, and we're getting liquidation. Why does this stand out to me? Because the narrative when it comes to XRP so much is that it will be providing liquidity when when they're low on liquidation, when they're low on, you know, money, not money, moving money, things of that nature. XRP's narrative is to provide that liquidity, and liquidation has come up in the year of the dragon. Will an event happen where XRP finally does what it needs to do? We'll see. Oh, just showing you here that that dragon is there. Wild as well, because in reverse for dragon we're getting a 103. We're getting 103, so this links to some more connections coming up in this video. So I hope you just got a little beverage and you're chill at the moment. David and Goliath, with this whole turning point, pole shift, shifting energy, I feel it's giving David and Goliath vibes of the little people overcome the big people, the bullies basically. I just threw that in there. We're getting heal the world, reduction in the year of the dragon as well. In the year of the dragon, that 131. So no coincidences, people. No coincidences. I think that was it for Sam Manfred. No, we've got more, but I kind of... Shall we go into it now? Putin. Yeah. So I done here, Sam Bankman-Fried sentenced. So I just added the sentence there to see, oh, is it coming with anything else? So let's see. We've got Apollyon. This is more like a personal thing, or if those who know, I don't know if you watch Archaics, but he speaks quite a lot about Apollyon and this energy kind of coming back. So again, we had Divine Sophia, but I don't know too much about it. It just stood out to me because I've seen some of his videos. I'm like, oh, this is interesting, in alignment with Sam Bankman-Fried getting fried. All dots are connected, a lot of L's there. We've got full moon in Aries. Now, It's not spelt the same way, but I'm sure the way this is spelt is the way the mythology spells the where Aries came from. So let's take a look when the full moon in Aries will be. I don't actually know. So we'll take a look, because maybe that will give a sign to something. Libra, oh, if that's in Libra, it's going to be, where would it be? August, I'm sure that's Leo. The full moon in Leo in August. Aquarius. Pisces, October, it should be October. Full moon. And it's the lunar eclipse. So the moon begins in Pisces and it moves into Aries. Super Hunter's moon. And it's within eclipse season. No coincidences. So we're getting a signal while we're in eclipse season with Sam Bankman Fried getting fried, and it links to full moon in Aries. So take note, people, of this date, and make sure you grab the calendar, okay? Grab the calendar. So we've got a date there to potentially keep an eye out for. Yeah, royals. So again, obviously the royals have been on the world stage making noise recently, so the fact that this has all happened like a chain reaction, one after the other, no coincidence, zero. So just looking at the ordinal now, giving us 220. Now we do have another connection that led us back to 220, but I'll find that at the end, because I can't remember which Crypto Angles podcast it is. So I'll take a look at the end of this, because we went through so much more 220s. It might have been the lady on the plane, but I'll have a quick search after the connections. Ooh, we're getting stellar lumens, XLM 220. We're also getting the year of the dragon. We're getting 58 reduction, which ironically links to XRP. It links to XRP, clearly XPR as well. And let's not forget me. So this is interesting. We're getting that 58 with stellar lumens, XLM, in the year of the dragon. It also links to XRP and me. So are you involved in stellar? Let me know. We've got XRP, not scam. Buy it, buy it. So that's popped up with him being sentenced. And again, I said this in one of my other videos, I fully remember. So I'll find which one it is, because there's more of the 220 connections. But this has popped up right now when XRP is just chilling. It's just chilling. So yeah, no coincidences. Clearly, obviously, XPR, not scam. Buy it if you want. Choice is yours. So that was it for Sam Bankman Fried. Sam Bankman Fried. Let's get into Black Jesus. So if you don't know, oh, what's happened? If you don't know, Putin recently announced a Black Jesus. Apparently it's like, oh, we opened up a vault and Jesus was there and he was black, and so many pictures and blah blah blah. I'm obviously not religious. I really don't give a flying monkey, flying pig, flying dinosaur about Jesus. I just generally don't. The story and what he says is amazing though, but that's all I see as a story, and I just hope that people don't get a superiority complex, like more people, especially if you were on the edge, you're like, oh, I must follow it now because he was black, you know what I mean? It's just a narrative on the world stage, and there's zero coincidences that it's popped up now. So interesting, we're getting 4, 4 and 11 as well. So let's take a look at Black Jesus. So in Hebrew Gematria, it's giving us the 1021, and as I said, with this 103, which came up with, what was it? Which one was it? Because I've just said it, I have to find it now. Which one was 103? And I was like, oh, keep an eye out for that. Dragon. So in the year of the dragon, we're also getting this 103 energy. Okay, 103, 103, year of the dragon. Why is that 103 standing out a lot to me? Because it's a messenger, and the messenger is, how do you spell Mercury? M-U-R-C-U-R-Y. No, I'm spelling this so wrong. How on earth do you spell Mercury? Hey Google, how do you spell Mercury? M-E-R-C-U-R-Y. My brain. So, Mercury is giving us that 103. Okay, so zero coincidences, year of the dragon, 103. Mercury's heavily involved this year. Hermes, the winged god, the messenger. And then, of course, with Black Jesus popping out, it's 103 as well. Bringing us back to the year of the dragon when this announcement came out. So, no coincidences. You probably saw the next one, but it's X symbolism. So, why is this fascinating? Because the eclipse, which is happening on the 8th, it's happening on the 8th. We'll talk about it today and more in the next video as well. Confirmation, but it's supposedly making an X on the over America, the eclipse. I just want to take a quick look at this because Waters Above shown something on what's it called? He did an interview with the Bearable Bull. Go check it out. Both of them are so cool. They're so cool. But it clicked something and I was like, fascinating. It was like, scroll over. And you've got secret window. Let's click the secret window. Will it take me to it? We're moving over to Twitter. Or X. It still says Twitter. It says Twitter at the top. Not now, bro. Not now. Oh. Oh, showing a little different picture, but showing this. New reality. X. X. Why is it just... X. This is interesting. This is really interesting. We've literally had X symbolism, and this US debt clock is giving us what? An X symbolism with the Jesus fish. And what was we just talking about? This is a wild find. Black Jesus. This hologram is really hologramming, isn't it? It's really hologramming. So, easy money. This X symbolism, it's coming with easy money at this time. And I feel it's just saying it. And this is wild. Simple Gematria 122. My whole name, so my first, middle, and last name, gives me 221. The mirror of that, so that's very interesting. So just looking at some of the ordinal now with the 103, which was Mercury, the messenger. Here it is again, Mercury. Just thought I'd add that in there. We've also got XRP Boom, which will also give us XPR Boom as well. Bitcoin Cash is popping up in here. I'm sure 49 was war. Was that war? Let's take a look. I may be wrong. No, it was 42. Okay. We're getting the Bitcoin ETF as well, which obviously has been approved already with Mercury the messenger, and we're getting a biblical ending. Fascinating. Fascinating. So I just wanted to add as well Putin Black Jesus, because he was the one that announced it. So I thought, what's coming up with that? It's giving us the 1430 with the 183 as well. We've got US dollars completely crashed. I don't know if that will happen. No idea. We'll just see how the holograms enjoy hell, bro. The World Cup. Now, the World Cup is happening in 2026. The Football World Cup. So, yeah, this is probably like a very, very in the future thing. Not too far in the future, though, but will something happen? Obviously, we're getting this. Could they try and bring that out again and say, oh, you need to be tested even more? Mirror image twin, so your mirror may come in. Getting the egg of the universe. I find this interesting because I was literally just looking at the CIA classified document of astral projection and how the hologram works, and the egg was all up in there. So just looking at the ordinal now, giving us that 183. We're getting as above, so below as well. We've got XRP to the moon. So Putin announces Black Jesus. Well, Putin Black Jesus is giving us XRP to the moon. Now, I don't want to just say, oh, it's going to go up and up and up forever. But we'll see what it does. You know, I won't be surprised if it's isolated at some point, because sometimes that's what XRP does. We're getting transformation as well. So we done Sandman, Bankman, Freed. Now we're going to look at this funny little thing. We're getting Hebrew is 1041, giving us 6. Ordinal is 283, giving us 13.4. This is a karmic number. And Chaldean is giving us 102, the number just before Mercury, giving us a 3. So this is called I can't say it, but PMO, where supposedly you see demon faces in people. So I find this hilarious, but it's not new. However, it's come to my attention because the news has announced it. So something that's not new is now being announced, and it's just like, oh, this could be the case, blah blah. Don't get me wrong, I feel people may have that, but I feel if more strange looking people appear in our reality, they may use this term PMO to gaslight you, to say you're just, it's, you know, you've developed this rare disease. So because it's not new, but they've put it out there now. So what is it signaling? So it's called this, let's pronounce it, prosopom et amorphicia. Yeah, we did it. Alien invasion. We're getting alien invasion right off the bat. We're also getting that 144. But alien invasion, they have been building the alien invasion narrative. We have done a Gematria connection to that already, so do check that out on my Crypto Angles podcast. You can check it out on my Patreon or on YouTube. Both are open and available. My Patreon though does have an extra beginners trading course for you to just learn the basics of technical analysis from the perspective of Forex, which is the hardest one to learn. So if you can learn that, you can easily do the TA for cryptocurrency. So yeah, they've been building this narrative for ages. They've come out with this potential PMO disease. So if you see it, or an alien invasion happens, you see whatever, let's just see how they're going to play it out. It's going to be funny. Obviously, we're getting this again. Will this spring back up on the narrative? It's already kind of there. We're getting this agenda coming out, you know, with the royals, and they've developed cancer. May they get better soon. But they're also developing a cancer cure, a 7-minute cancer cure. So, which is another vaccination. So there's agendas after agendas going on in, yeah. So Globe Earth conspiracy, I didn't know it was a conspiracy. I thought it was a fact. I thought it was a fact. Was it not factual that the Earth is a globe spinning 20 million miles per hour going nowhere while the stars stay exactly the same, fixed? It's not my perspective. From observation, I see the luminaries circle the Earth, not the Earth circling the sun, from what I see every single day. Got the sequel to Atlantis, us going back, entering into the Aquarian age. We're not fully in it yet. There's like cusp energy and transitioning. When we are fully in it, paper won't really exist as much in terms of documentation and things of that nature. A lot is obviously changing, but I feel it will basically all be digitalized when we're fully into it. But I find this funny, the sequel to it, so it's like part 2, bitches, we're ready to go. Yes. Transformation energy is all for the money. So mullah talks, money talks. X marks the spot on what? X marks the spot. Like, am I going loco? This is the XRP symbol. It's the XRP symbol, isn't it? Like, it's the XRP symbol that the US debt clock is showing. Look. It is. Look at that. Same symbol. Same symbol. Let's look at the XPR symbol. That's different. That looks like a proton. That looks like a proton, but obviously we've got the XRP here. It's giving X right there. We've had X symbolism. Wake up to a new reality. And I swear, when Water's done a video with, what's his name, Bearable Bull, it was only a few days ago. This picture was different. It was kind of like the eclipse X that was coming up. But now we're getting this. Wake up to a new reality. Like, if you, this is so symbolic. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Like, you can't make this up. They know exactly what they're doing. But X marks the spot. X marks the motherfucking spot. Right. So let's continue. We're getting your rebirth, you know, transformation, pivot point, all of that. We're getting return of the Titans. So this brings me back to Apollyon. It brings me back to Apollyon and things of that nature. So who's coming back? Loads of people are like, Nibiru, I don't know. The death of Queen Bey. I don't like to really predict when people or try or suggest when people exit the world stage, or her character. Though if this comes up, I guess don't be surprised. I feel that she's been priming. This Beyonce, by the way. Queen Bey is Beyonce. She's Queen Bee. I feel she's been priming Blue Ivy, her eldest daughter. That's what I feel. So, I don't know, the way these sickos like to work, they may just exit her off the scene. They may give her a new character. She may not actually die, but she just may come out of the public eye for a bit and then may reappear as this completely new, maybe an artist, or, you know, it could be anything like that, while she's just not in the limelight, because especially Jay-Z's doing the most at the moment, and a lot's coming up about him. So if she exits, and then they just pass the mantle on to Blue Ivy, because she's getting close to that age where she kind of can. Beyonce started young as well. So Father Abba Earth School sucks. It really does. So we're getting Paramedaphysia in ordinal now. That 283. And it was a public service announcement. So them saying it, even though they're distracting you and people just like, oh, wow, wow. on the back burner, those who know how to read it and connect the dots, because all dots are connecting, they'd realise that it's a public service announcement. But for what? For what? And this will blow your motherfucking mind, will it? Golden Gate Bridge destruction. So this blew my mind when I found it. I did put it on my TikTok. It was probably like on Monday, I think. So do check me out on TikTok. But it did, because we had the destruction of Baltimore Bridge. Wild thing, when this all happened, I happened to open my dream journal, which I forgot about because I hadn't written in it since 2022. And when because I was tidying up, and I happened to open it on the page of the dream where I had a dream about a bridge, and I was standing on a bridge, and it was the most beautifulest waterfall I had ever seen, and on both sides of me was green flourish, like deep dark greens, nature, trees, bushes. And I was like, what are the odds? This is how the hologram is hologramming, and we're all connected to it in some form or another. I forgot I had that book, yet alone that dream. But because, in the dream anyway, I obviously checked out what does a bridge mean, blah, blah, and it represents transformation. It literally represents transformation. So energetically, we're at this turning point in the collective of transformation. And of course, cryptocurrency plays a huge part in that as well. A huge part. So, yeah. Baltimore Bridge. It wasn't zero coincidence that happened, and thankfully it happened in the morning, so not a lot of people were on it. I'm not sure of who was hurt, but it was kind of a symbol, a ritual, and it's representing the hologram. The simulation is saying transformation is happening now. With this Promamasophius coming out, it connecting to Golden Gate Bridge destruction. And let's be real, how much preemptive programming have we had with movies and things of that nature, of that bridge being destroyed anyway, you know? So, oof. I'm gonna say I'd like it to not happen, but if the holograms and stuff, then it may. And if it does happen, I feel it's a symbol for transformation coming. So do be careful if you live around that area. If you can avoid it, if you feel like to just go a different way that day, then trust yourself. We're also getting New York destroyed. Why is this also important? Because we're getting the 103, which was the same as dragon. Oh, it was the same as dragon. 103, we're in the year of the dragon. I didn't see that until now. Again, it's kind of like we've had so much preemptive programming through movies, TV shows of New York with the superheroes, always destroying New York City. Like it's just demolished. Coming with Mercury in the year of the dragon. I don't know, people, but just take note. Just be aware, I guess. We're getting crystalline structure, so it's not all bad. We are entering our DNA, upgrading, spiritual activation or initiation, which we had. Nothing is coming up. Our DNA structure is changing back to crystalline, so it's not all bad. We've also got military is the only way coming up strong with the year of the dragon and Mercury. This military narrative has been building since 2020. Them doing the most, or so could an event happen on the world stage which makes them feel like, oh, the military is the only way to handle this, or we have to bring them in the year of the dragon. we've got these people, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Will it be destroyed? Hopefully. But all of this is mathematically confirmed by God. It's an algorithm. God is an algorithm anyway. As above, so below. Yeah. Total solar eclipse beginning. So obviously we're getting our solar eclipse in April, which we're going to talk about. Are we on it? Load. We're getting our solar eclipse here. We're here right now, 31st of April, March. Loads of people have been saying, oh, this eclipse energy is going to bring blah, blah, and I don't like to spread negativity, so, or fear. So I don't know, like, maybe nothing at all will happen, you know, maybe nothing at all. But we'll just have to see, because it's connected to some destructions. So we'll honestly see. We've got Greys harvesting souls. This is the climate change scare, scam, and hoax. So we all know the sun is like heating up. Thankfully, it's heating up because I'd love it to just be warm all the time. I'll be content if there's just like 1 month, maximum 2. I wouldn't go beyond 2. So most of like the month is like autumn, spring weather, and then we get like maximum 7 days of it like bitterly cold, some snow, but then the rest of it's just nice and warm. I would love that. But anyway, whatever the earth is doing to rebuild herself, they're saying it's climate change when it's not. It's cycles after cycles. Earth mama's doing what she needs to do. So obviously it's all a hoax anyway. The whole world is confused at this point. It's post-hypnotic triggers. So I find this interesting because what do you need, sweetheart? Can you put the things? Yes, you can, darling. I find this interesting because if you saw my last video with Kate Middleton announces cancer, it was mass hypnosis. Is your charger downstairs, sweetheart? That's my charger, Bubs, and I need it. I think yours is downstairs. Oh, there it is. Kate Middleton announces, no, mass hypnosis came with that announcement. And as I had so much hate on my TikTok from sheep, they were just hypnotized because it was a sensitive topic. They were just like, oh no, you know, understandable or overstandable that they done it. But it's like hypnosis happened then, and this Ponomasapias thingamabob is post-hypnotic triggers, so things triggering after the mass hypnosis. Spiritual update initiated. I literally had a dream that I learned how to teleport and move my body through objects literally as I woke today. So fascinating. I've had 3 purging dreams as well, so where I'm like vomiting up something, like I'm actually purging in the spiritual realm, or it's telling me I need to purge both. So wake up, children. It's time. It's time now to wake the fuck up. Wake up. Oh, last one, I just added Ponomasapias, including PMO, just to see what comes up. We've got harvest moon, so we'll take a look at where that harvest moon is. We've got the new eon, and a full moon in August. So we're going to check out where the full moon in August is, and also the harvest moon. So the harvest moon, we've got all of them listed here. I'm sure, is that in August? Is it in August? Where's the harvest moon? Oh, it's September. So we've got September and August we're going to take a look at. Was the full moon in August in... Where is it? Aquarius. In the full moon in August. So linking back to like certain destructions and stuff. And then of course September, we have our super harvest moon within the eclipse season again. Fascinating. And it brings us back to that moon in Aries within the eclipse season too. Two lunar eclipse. This is really interesting. So, this is fascinating. Anyway, we'll take a quick look. Remember that 220. Okay, remember that 220, and we're going to get into the astrological story. I think I saw something on my calendar. I may need to double check and change. Oh, we learn. So I'm glad I do right at the top. There's loads of these people, so do check them out. Do let me know if you liked all of this. It was definitely before Leave the World Behind. I'm sure it was one of my earlier ones. I should have checked this before. Soz. But there was a lot more of that 220, so I just want to bring your awareness to it, which linked to more things. Will and Jada. We had the aliens in Aztec. And I still missed a few videos, like I didn't do this every video. Was it near the beginning? We even had Trump, 228, 206, 101. Oh, where I think it was like the lady on the plane. It might have been literally, yeah, I think it was literally before I started it. It was the lady on the plane. But let's get into the astrological story. I have to double check something. Sorry, I have to double check something. But what's happening in the astrology this cycle? So we're getting retrograde energy, and Venus is entering Pisces, and of course we're getting our solar eclipse, which we'll talk about it even more and double go over it in this video on the 7th. But we're entering into that energy anyway. So Mercury. Lilith isn't really playing much of a role in this, not what I see, but Mercury is quite big, and Venus may play some role when it comes to the crypto markets. So Mercury stations retrograde. Why is this important? Because we've had a lot of either sidewards or downwards energy during retrograde season. But after it, we could probably get a little upward momentum. So that has been the general theme. Though obviously it's a different cycle, so it could act a little differently. Sometimes we have had a little sideways and then upwards momentum quite a bit in Mercury retrograde as well, so just keep that in mind. But when it comes to retrogrades, it offers a going back, a crossing the I's and dotting the T's. It offers all of that. So basically, when it comes to the crypto market, I'm seeing, if anything, the market will fill out its structure necessary for forward momentum. So if that does mean retracements and things of that nature, of course, depending on each individual token, but Bitcoin's definitely due some form of correction. But will it correct a bit more, or will it just continue to go up? We'll see. But of course, Mercury plays a big role because it is the messenger. It's all about money. It covers money quite a bit. So do keep that in mind. We've got a potential sideways movement or a correction. And we could finish high at the end of Mercury retrograde, or we could begin to make our highs once it's ended. So we'll see. But we're getting Venus entering into Pisces as well, and Pisces is a water element, so I'm seeing volatility. Venus does represent all of our six senses. So it represents the material, and it covers money as well as love, but money as well. So that's why it's kind of like extra confirmation of liquidity happening in the market. Yeah, extra movements. But going into the moon energy, we're getting this switch of energy happening on the 2nd, Tuesday. So we're entering into this new moon energy where price is getting ready to find its resistance level. And of course, though I've mentioned that with Mercury retrograde, it's Mercury retrograding up until the 25th of April. So the energies are generally going to last until the end of April. But price is getting ready to find its resistance level now. It's found its support, its local micro support, and it's getting ready to find its resistance level. So where will that be? Will it pull us up before getting a rejection? We'll take a little look. We'll take a look. Let's go into the technical analysis. We'll do XRP first because it's here. So XRP in the hizzy, what I liked is that it has retested quite nicely this trend line. It's bounced off it, but what we're stuck under... Yes, you can, sweetheart. Yeah. Could you help me sign, please? Could you ask her to do it? Oh, just wait till she finishes, darling, because I'm in the middle of a video, sweetheart. So, we're stuck underneath this red trend line. But what's this other one? Is that the major one? There's two trend lines here. Okay, I believe this trend line is from like the highest point. So we're still under that. But let me double check. No, it's not. Where is this trend line going? where is it going? It must be, you know, but for the W. When you change the dates, it just gets a bit loco. It gets a bit loco, but let's take a look if it's actually doing anything or if it's in thin air. I think it might be the candles. Yeah. So it's where it wicked up to. So it's like this is where price kind of settled. This one just going off of the line chart. Oh, you have to go back on the daily for that. No, it's not. That must have just been for here. So this one is where it literally wicked up to. Its actual highs, its highest highs, this very slanted trend line. So right now we're under both of them anyway. We are under both of them, but what it would be nice to see is it at least breaking out of this trend line, this red trend line. Both of them are red, but this first trend line, because then we're above what we've been recently been trading into since we reached like 80k. Oh, was that Freudian slip? Since we reached 80 cents, we jumped up to 80 cents and we were trading in a triangle. That's what this one is, and this is our all-time highs. So it would be nice for XRP to get above that one at first, which is giving us 64 cents. So I feel that's like a good sign for us to get a daily close, and then of course next a W close above or at least 64 cents, reaching on to 65. And of course our next target is going to be above this massive trend line, which is at around 73. That's when we'll officially break out of the trend line that we reached highs of back in 2017. So bullish. I'm a little bit bullish. I also like the fact that it is outside of this parallel channel that it's been trading in since inception. So it's above it right now, it's not in it, so that is a good sign. I anticipated at some point we could reach the bottom of it, but it hasn't. It's had some strength and it's right above it, so that is good to see. Just taking a look at some of the candle structures. So it is above it. We'd need today to close outside of it for like even more strength. But just look, XRP is basically just coiling up. It's coiling up. That's all it's doing right now. So what the apex is 5th of April, round about the eclipse, getting close to the eclipse, it reaches the apex of this little tiny triangle. So we may just get some sideward momentum, or we may break out way before, or could this be our resistance and we break down lower like, and retest this 57 and this trend line again. Like, XRP just likes to do what it likes to do, so it has both possibilities here. It really does. But we're definitely in a triangle, coiling up for something, and we have to see which way it breaks out of. Even if it does come back into this parallel channel, it's still okay. I feel it would be super shocking if we break out of this parallel channel on the downward side. Then I just don't know what's going on. Yeah, obviously it won't be the best if we create a lower low than this point. It really wouldn't. So that's something to consider too. But we just need to see which way it's going to break out of. I'm just going to pull it on a little fib just to see where it is. A little fibby fib. A little fib. So okay, so we're trading basically in between the 236 and the 382 right now. We're wedged between it. We're wedged between it. So it's honestly just seeing which direction it's going to go in. I'm going to pull a bearish fib. So from swing low to swing high, I'm pulling the bearish fib. We're sat and trading in between the golden pocket. So that's interesting. It's kind of like, would it go lower? Could it go lower? Yeah, could it? If anything, it would go back to this amazing potential buy-in zone, and we went below it and then bounced back straight up into the golden pocket. I feel that's kind of showing a sign of strength. That's what I feel. So yeah, so basically, without making this video too long, I feel when it comes to XRP, keep an eye out for if it breaks up or down. Up or down. If it's going down, of course we're going to retest this 59 level, potentially 57. If it goes to the downside, that will be our next like target. If we go to the upside, it's closing above 64. That's what we'd like for continuation. But let's just take a look at the RSI. So again, even on the RSI, it's seeming as if we're coiling up and we're actually pointing in an upward direction. Yes, come on. Can you sit here? Can you sit here while I help you? Sit next to me, darling. So, the RSI seems as if it's coiling up as well, and it seems as if slightly we're getting above the yellow moving average. So it's showing a little sign of strength, like it's probably sitting on the 50 for continuation upside. Or could we push down? Could we push down to a leg lower to just get a little bit lower there? We have to obviously see and wait and see. Oopsie. Oh dear. Oh, you fell. So, forgive me, Mama's multitasking now. Yes. There you go, darling. So that's. Well, you can take that off, can't you? So that's what I'm seeing for XRP. When it comes to the what's it called? The MACD. We are. It seems as if we're soon getting ready to switch. With the moving averages are kind of getting ready to slope, and we are in the lighter red. We may get a little bit more red, and that could be us more consolidating a bit more before we get ready to potentially flip. But we have to see how low could the blue and red line go.
Mom,
See,
I don't need it.
you don't? See, as it happened right here, it didn't get so low. However, it wasn't so high here neither, but then it dipped quite low. So could we get it dipping lower for lows, or could we just hover around here and then go back up? We'd have to wait and see. When it comes to the moving averages, I'm liking them for continuation to the upside because they prices, oh, wrong one, prices above them all essentially.
Mom,
It's right on the 8 moving average though, so could the 8 support it or push it down? Something to look out for. But I am liking, they're all in the right order. The 55 is now above the 200, and they're all sloping up, as well as the luminaries. Saturn is at the top, this dark purple. Uranus is at the bottom. That's what we want for upward momentum. Are your socks downstairs? They must be, sweetheart. Go get them, because I brought them all down. It must be downstairs. So yeah, it's looking okay. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking okay. And even if we come down to the downward side, we may just get that extra support off of the moving averages, if that is to happen. So that's what I'm seeing when it comes to XRP of the hizzy. I don't feel we need to look down much further. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, because of course Bitcoin moves majority of them. Going back to XRP. Oh, it's not. You have to try and get another one then, darling. You can, even if you want, you can wear the gravity. You can wear the old gravity orange ones, because we've got new ones now. So just putting on the moon phases, I forgot. So
These are the ones.
yes, you can wear those if you'd like. Okay. So yeah. So the full moon, we had our full moon come in, so our support was here, our local support. So it's like, where is the resistance level going to come in? We've still got 7 days before that comes in. Will it come in while it's just being suppressed, and could we get resisted there and then come lower, or will it pull it up to more of a high, or at this point we have to wait and see. But those are our moons. Let's move on to Bitcoin, BTC. So again, with Bitcoin, this looks like it's primed for continuation. It really does. Where was this? 70 odd K. Yeah, could we double top or go a bit higher? It's going to be interesting to see what Bitcoin does. But again, we had our micro bottom here. This was its local support zone. So we're transitioning into the energy to find its resistance. What could be the possibilities? I drew this squiggle because I was like, oh, could we potentially be retesting, even if it's just to this point? But we technically did, didn't we? Even though we haven't gone lower, we have retested to this point. And so far, Bitcoin has done, since its all-time high, it's done a 15% correction. a 15% correction. I guess a correction is a correction. So where will this new moon energy come in? Could we double top? Will it pull it up to here? Could price range at this zone before going down further? Or will it pull it up higher than this point? Do let me know your thoughts. Yeah, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think it will do? But, oh, I just had to move my leg. Hold on. Now I've moved my leg. So, I don't know how to pause this or anything. So that's why if my children come in, I saw it go. I saw it go. But let's just pull a little fib. Just a micro fib. Right now, Bitcoin is trading within the golden pocket. It is. So there's potential for continuation. There honestly is. Especially if we break out of the golden pocket and we trade on or into the 888.888 fib. It could well move us. It really could. Oof. Reaching us into the hundreds if it's to do a nice jump. 90 or 80. That 80k. Remember in my past video I was like, are we going to reach to 80k? Could we do that? I wouldn't be surprised if it is to happen and it just pulls the rest of the crypto market and it taps out at the 80. But we'll see. Could it do that in eclipse season during Mercury retrograde? Will it retrace before it? It's all experimental at this point. We just have to observe, wait and see. But again, with the moving averages, I am liking them. I really am. RSI is looking healthy. We had a Batman. Can you see? We had a Batman. So that was pretty cool. But the RSI is also looking quite healthy. It looks primed for continuation. That's the best way I can say it, because we've got this moving average and it's sloping to the upside anyway. So of course what it would be good to see on the RSI that we get higher than 59 instead of double topping and then coming back down. So this new moon solar eclipse energy may bring us up that little bit higher. So it's going to be interesting. It really, really is. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for BTC. The MACD though is going a bit sideways. It's getting weaker in terms of the selling pressure. It's getting weaker. It's kind of going a bit sideways. So I feel this cycle, even for both of them, it may be more sideways momentum. Oh dear. It may be a bit more sideways momentum. That's kind of what I'm seeing. If anything, it may feel a little bit boring before a move wants to happen. Or hardly moving, if anything. But we are entering into the new moon energy, so it depends if it wants to do it on the new moon, on the solar eclipse, before it or after, because it's a whole period of time. But that's kind of what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. I just want to take a look at the candles. I really want to look at the monthly, but obviously that closes tonight and the video is being done in the day, so we'll check out the monthly in our next video, the monthly candle, because that will give a better insight. But just looking at it all, yeah, it just seems like we're coiling up for something. We're coiling up to go down or continuation to the upside. When I look at the W candle, Okay, so this is interesting. Oh, okay. So again, we have to wait fully till today closes, I believe, for this candle to fully close. But this just looks like it's gone up. It's retested this zone, probably not coming back to here, to then go up further for more continuation. So the full moon, the new moon, may pull it up higher. We're either gonna top out just where this one is, or it will bring us higher, going up to the 80k zone. Oh, that's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, but still, as this was just a wick, if we don't come back and retrace like a bit more solidly to these zones, I'm going to say more of like the 50s, probably not retesting the 40s. That would be amazing, but it may not do that. But I don't know, because we haven't had a proper structural support, we may get pulled up high, and then that may be the bigger drawback down to any of these levels. Even if we go up higher, we may come back down nicely back to the 59 to 60k before further movement, or if there's a black swan or anything like that, just wick down lower. But it's all interesting. It's all interesting. But of course, even on like the W time frame, it looks like we've got more upward momentum when it comes to the MACD. It's like it's not finished its upward momentum yet. They're still pointing upwards. So on the grand scheme of things, let's take a look at the RSI. Yeah, we're super extended. We're overheated with a lot of buys when it comes to Bitcoin. However, you see, because it's sloping up, the RSI may be a little lower than this point here, but price may go higher, and it's already doing that. So again, it's just creating another bearish divergence of a correction soon to come. So yeah, I feel there will be a good opportunity, maybe the last best opportunity to get into Bitcoin. As for Bitcoin, let's be real with it, with the altcoins, they're super cheap anyway. So if you get into them now, even if there's a little retracement, it makes no difference, or little difference. But Bitcoin, I do feel, only because it's super extended, we may just get that one last best, like, oh, okay, this is it. But after that, it's like not going below 60, 70k. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing with Bitcoin. Nothing else more I want to check. Let's take a look at, my mouth's getting tired, so we're just going to jump onto the DXY. Obviously we had stellar lumens come up, and potentially proton XPR, but we're not going to take a look at them today because my eyes are getting sleepy. So I'll just move the moons because we just don't need them just yet. Let's go on to the daily. Okay, so straight away, just looking at the RSI on the daily, it seems like we may get a little retracement, a little weakness in the dollar when it comes to the RSI. So as you can see, it has just kind of gone up. We did have a little retracement, tiny one there, but we're getting rejected at this level. So that could bring us down. RSI wise, it could just bring us closer to the 50, or to gain support off of this moving average. However, with the MACD, we're still just kind of going to the upside. So would it be a bit more sideward momentum and probably a little bit slower? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. It's still literally trading in between the luminaries though. And as you can see, we went into it, we got rejected off of the luminary moving averages, these purple and blue lines. and we got rejected, and we came back down, found lovely support off of Uranus, got rejected off it again, came back down into it, and now it seems like we're getting rejected off it again. So if anything, it's kind of like it's coiling up in this long drawn out move. Could we potentially come back down just to this zone? And I feel with crypto reaching into the energies of finding its resistance level, potentially being pulled up to its new resistance zone, we could have a little weakness in the dollar throughout this cycle. So do keep that in mind. Do keep that in mind. Do I want to show anything else? Let's just try a fib. I'm going to do both. I'm just doing it from the candle, not the actual wick. Can't even see anything. Let's try again. I've done it too close. That swing low to this swing high. No, I need to draw it the other way. It's not really telling me anything. Oh, feels like a warmer day today because I'm just hot and I don't think the heating's on. Okay, so we're literally above the golden pocket, in between the golden pocket and the 0.88 fib. So we could come back down into the golden pocket. We'll see how it all goes. We'll have to see, but it's kind of just looking off the get-go that the dollar may have a little bit of weakness this cycle, so keep an eye out for that. If it's sideward momentum, we'll see, but the dollar could be that little bit weak, causing the crypto market getting ready to be pulled up into this full moon. But do let me know your thoughts, people, on all of what I went through, the connections and all of that. Of course, make sure you grab the calendar so you are following along. I think I noticed something which I may have to change a little, but I'll have to double check that. But do grab it. Let me know if you'd like a giveaway. I'll be announcing it officially in my Thursday video, and then definitely in my next Sunday video for reaching a milestone. I do offer personal birth chart readings as well if anyone would like that. I need to show you the reviews I've had because loads of people really love them. But yes, with that being said, give a like on the video, help your girl out, leave a comment if you would like. And this was Crypto Angles podcast number 53. I'll see you for number 54, where we will go over much more of this bridge energy, potentially, unless I feel to do something different. But with that being said, Angel out. Bye.